How do you feel about Hello. Hey, happy Tuesday. It's Amanda Panda Teacher Live. I am so excited to be with you today. I see some folks in the chat. Hey, how are you doing? So excited to see you. Melissa says, hey, I'm so excited about these. So excited to have you, Melissa. And I was asking in the chat, I'd love to hear from you too. How are you doing? Melissa says, doing well. Just finished teaching. So glad. Me too. I just finished my 5 set of classes on my regular Tuesday. I had a regular student that I have not seen in months. So, what I do through the winter time is I squish my schedule and I teach only 2 mornings because I live in California in Pacific time. So, my teaching hours go back to 2:30 in the morning, and it's just impossible for me to do that more than a few days of the week. So I only teach Tuesdays and Fridays. So I saw a little lovely that got bumped off of my schedule that I'm not able to see anymore because I only have a certain number of slots. His name is Loyan Bong, and what a wonderful, fun kid. Before class, I could hear him in the background. He was practicing and speaking in English. So he is so smart in level 3. He's got so many of the English words. The lesson was about hearing and seeing bright colors and dark. So, gosh, we have a fun time. I look all through my classroom and I talk to him about things we can see. So, he told me he can see an air conditioning. He said, I can see a window. It was really fun. So, hello to some other friends in the chat. I'd love to hear who's here. Abby says, hello, how do I join? Abby, you're here. So excited to be with you. I'm going to talk about boom cards in just a second and tell you how to join. So I'm glad you're ready to come and learn. And I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. Hello, is it Dawala? So excited to have you. Welcome. You're in the right place. If you're looking for Amanda Panda Teacher Live, that's me. I'm so glad to be with you. If we have not met before, nice to meet you. I teach ESL online. So my wintertime schedule is just Tuesdays and Fridays early in the morning. The rest of the days of the week, I cannot function as a mommy, as a teacher and business owner. to be awake at 2:30 in the morning more than just 2 days in the week. So I saw students this morning. It's my Tuesday teaching day. I will teach again on Friday early in the morning too. It's nice because everyone in my house is sleeping, so it's really quiet. Just me and the cat. Good morning. Hey, Melissa says, I taught that unit today to Elvis. Oh, the unit on bright and dark, light and dark. It's a really simple unit. So I really had to extend and look around my classroom for things that he can see because all of those sentence frames he knew very easy. I can see, and we were doing a phone. I can see a light. I can see a window. So everything in the whole class we were using in the class today. So let's get started. I want to talk to you about boom cards. That's the theme and what we'll chat about today. I'd love to hear your questions in the chat box, and I am going to share a link before we get started so you can learn more on my website, amandapandateacher.com/boom, which I linked in the chat box, is more information about what I'm going to chat with you about. So let's start. Here we go. I'm going to change my screen. Hello, welcome to the live. Let's talk about boom cards. Boom cards are interactive task cards. They look just like Google Slides, but they are interactive, meaning kids can slide things and move things. They can type in the box. They can select like multiple choice. It's like a little quiz card game that looks like a Google Slide. And the best part is Boom cards are self-grading. I would love to hear your questions in the chat box and maybe even what subject area you teach, because in a second, I'm going to tell you how you can use boom cards in your classroom too. Boom cards are available on a website. It is wow.boomlearning.com. When you get there, you can create a teacher account and gain access to thousands of free created boom cards. There is also an app that is useful for your tablet, iPad, and smartphone. So kids can use this in their classes with their tablet, iPad, or smartphone too. Bren has a question. Thanks for your question, Bren. Hey, Bren, does this work with VIP Kids platform? So, Bren, the answer is that boom cards, no, they do not connect directly to VIP Kids platform. But what you can do, since I'm a ManyCam user, I can put the boom cards behind me as an interactive reteaching activity. I can have the students tell me what to select and pick. I can design them with like choice 1, 2, and 3. I can control the boom card and slide them and display and show to my students. Boom cards are best to assign to students and give them activities to do on their tablet or device. So, Bren, if you're teaching for another online company where you can share resources with students like Outschool, or in your other teaching context, maybe you're a teacher teaching preschool or Sunday school or other ways that you're with kids, the best way to access them is to assign them to students and give them an opportunity. Abby says, in addition to teaching for VIP Kid, I also tutor local kids, always trying to use creative things when I plan for their lessons. So Abby, that's awesome. So glad to hear from you. Absolutely. You can assign and set to the students boom cards. It is really easy. All you need is a little pin, which I'm going to show you at the very end of our chat this morning, how that looks. I'm going to take you live into boom cards, pretend I'm a kid, and show you how that would work. So yes, Abby, you can send boom cards to any student that you tutor or help that you're teaching through a little pin, which we'll talk about in just a second. So before we start, let me talk to you about boom cards. There is a free plan. In the free plan, you can pretty much do a lot of things with it. It is limited to how many classrooms or groups you can make and how many students. And then you're also limited to how many boom decks you can create yourself. You can only make 5 decks with the free plan. If you want to create your own decks, you're going to want to get a little bit of an upgrade. Matter of fact, you're going to want to get about the power plan because you can make unlimited decks of your own. So let's say you're an Outschool teacher, you want to share boom cards with students who come to your Outschool class, or you want to make them for your kids that are working in tutoring, you would want the power plan, which is $25 for the year. Most of us can just roll with the free. If you just want to go find that what's free, send out what's free, not roster kids like in a class and track them, then you will start with the starter plan. You don't have to pay any money. So Boom Learning could in essence be a free tool and resource for you to share. Here's some more examples of teachers that can use Boom cards. If you're a preschool teacher, you can assign Boom cards to students with a pin for extra practice. In this pin, you won't get any completion or tracking data, like did they understand information, and no rostering kids. You could use the starter plan that's for free. Abby, same for you. Abby, for your teaching and tutoring kids in the neighborhood, you don't want to necessarily roster them and put them to track their progress. You can just assign them with a pin. Bren, this could be for you too. If you're a Manicam user or a digital resource user, you could put Boom cards behind you, set yourself as a little picture-in-picture like you're seeing me in this video. You could use the free plan. So there are all kinds of opportunities. Let's say you're a first grade teacher. First grade teachers, maybe you're hybrid or distance learning, or in your full classroom, maybe you want to track data for your students. You want to create a couple cards, but not really spend your time making them. You're going to use other people's resources. You'll need the basic plan. This plan is $15 for the whole year, and it gives you access to creating classes, rostering your students, and tracking them, but you're not going to be creating cards. You're going to use Boom Decks. And by the way, there are so many awesome free ones already made. Okay, Outschool. Let's say you're an Outschool teacher. Maybe you'd like to assign Boom cards as pins to students for extra practice. You don't need completion data or tracking. You're not going to roster students, but you want to make your own Boom cards specific to your class that you are teaching. On Outschool, you will need to buy the $25 plan because this allows for unlimited creation of your own decks. And also, if you are selling your services like on Outschool, remember copyright. You have to make sure you're not using other people's created things. You have to create your own. So you're going to want to create your own in this situation for Outschool. So $25 for the year for Boom cards. So before I go show you the little demonstration and answer more questions, I want to invite you to Boom Cards Kindergarten. I'm going to post this link in the chat box again. You can visit amandapandateacher.com. Boom. These are mini workshops that I'm teaching. They are all through the month of February, the end of this month, the last day, and then March. They already have set dates that you can attend the workshop, and they're 5 mini lessons. So I will teach you on video with a step-by-step format. It's only $10 for this mini course for you to come and try it out. So hop on to that website, check it out, see if you're interested and want to learn more. I answer a whole bunch of more questions to help you get started. Okay, so let me tell you what I will do as a teacher. So as a teacher, I went into Boom Cards. I created an account. I selected Boom Cards, and then I got this special pin. The pin is 4 digits, 4 letters that the student will have to enter. So basically on a free plan, I can go into Boom Learning. I went to my friend's Teachers Pay Teachers shop. She has a great shop with great resources. She is leaping into learning. And this is her resource. So I'm going to share and demonstrate with hers. Her name is Kaylee. So in her resource, Leaping into Learning with Kaylee, I went and I picked out the fast pin. And this is how I'm going to show you in the demonstration what Boom cards look like. The fast pin is the letter AEKMU. And I want to tell you, if you'd like to go practice, I'm going to put this pin into the chat box and the website address. So you can go to wow.boomlearning.com. And then the fast pin for you to try it out, it only works for 14 days. So if you watch this replay later, you'll need to get a different fast pin. The fast pin is the letter AEKMU. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do that so we can do it together. Here we go. I'm going to share my full screen and take you to Boom Learning. So let's go to Boom Learning. Here we go. Boom Learning. Oops. .com. I've already been using it a bunch of times. I already am signed in as a teacher, but I, as a student, will click right here where it says Fast Play. So click Fast Play and then enter the PIN. It is AEKMU. And what it allows me to do is access and use these boom cards made by my friend Kaylee at Leaping into Learning. She's got a great Teachers Pay Teachers store. And then as the student, I have access to go in. I can hit this little speakerphone to hear. It says in the directions, drag and drop the correct pictures into the house. So this is the at fact family. So here I go. I'm going to move the rat, rat, bat, cat. When I'm all done as a student, I hit the little submit button and it will bing me a fun ping sound correct and go to the next card. Then I can hit the little speakerphone to listen. This is bat. So I will click on the word as a student. If I make a mistake, oops, it will tell me oops. And then I will click as the student. Here's at. Click the pictures that end with the same sound. So in this way, I'm clicking on all of the sounds on the bottom and I select the right one and turn it in. Oops, not the right one. At. Sad. Oh, at Pat. So there's two choices that I need to pick and then turn it in. Here is another style. I have hat, hit the word. Hat. Click on the picture, say the word, write the picture in the word below. Okay, so I think we got the gist of that. Did you all get to see and try it out? Use that fast pin AEKMU and you can play along on Boom Learning. So basically, any teacher can create an account, get in, find some great stuff, and send fast pins to students. It's as easy as that. Website, fast pin, play. You don't have to roster kids into your class or track their data, but if you are a brick and mortar teacher or teaching with hybrid learning, you're going to want to know who did the work and who didn't. So you'll need a couple other features. That's Boom Learning in a nutshell. I'd love to see any questions you have in the chat box. Abby says, I'm so excited to show they love Kahoot and this will be better and we use Google. So yes, Abby, you can use Boom Cards on any device, whether you use Google or use Mac, use smartphone, tablet. Kids can play on the app on their iPads. It's universal. You can use it on any device. It is not device specific. And then as the teacher also, teachers can log into Boom Learning. It's a website, so you can do this from your desktop, from your laptop, from your PC. You don't have to have any specific place in order to get into Boom Learning and use it. So it is a great resource, one of my super faves, any kids with any device, any teacher. By the way, there are Boom cards for every subject area: health, wellness, mental health, speech therapy, English, language arts, PE, mathematics, science. It's everything. So Boom cards are available and great to know, Abby. Yes, totally great to know. Hey, Dawala, thanks for your question. Are you implementing this into VIP Kid classes? Dawala, yes, I am. So I am a Manicam user. I use Manicam, and the way I use Boom cards is I project the Boom card behind me, and just like I was doing this a second ago with PowerPoint. So here I was. Oops. Oh, and I messed up all my slide setup. So what I would do is set behind me in a picture myself as a tiny picture, and then put the Boom cards. I am designing a few so you can get a view of how that will look and trying them out in my online teaching classroom. Remember, I share resources on my website, amandapandateacher.com. So make sure you're on my email list so you can get those resources as soon as I share them. So yes, I will share them and use them in VIP Kid classes. Abby says, something else for me to aspire to do in Manicam. Yeah, Abby, of course. Yeah, definitely like Manicam 2.0, put in boom cards behind you. You can project anything behind you. So awesome. Dwella says, that's what I thought you said. My kids were talking. Yes. So Dwella, boom cards do not connect directly to our VIP Kid students, but I can use them in class. I can use them as an instructional tool for extra practice. I could project the little card as a picture in a picture and then have my student practice and manipulate the boom card. They are self-grading and self-checking. So I can set them up as a card, as a feed in my Manicam. So they would be for teachers using digital resources. So awesome. Thanks for your question. Thanks, Abby and Dawala. Hey, I'll hang for a couple more minutes on the live. They are like Google Slides. You're right. They're very similar to Google Slides. And so what I would do is I would project and set them up instead of Google Slides in my background. Yes, I could project them and set them into use and if you're a Manicam user, I would use my screen using my custom area of my screen. I would put them right over the boom card, and then I would have it set up for my students to see instead of Google Slides. So yes, extra practice and an alternative to using them in class. That's what I would do. You can also put the boom cards as a small picture in a picture. So I could have a little square set of boom cards in that little spot there. I could use them and point to how the students select and choose. So I am working towards some boom card resources for VIP Kid teachers. Check out my blog and website coming soon. But I'd love to teach you. So hop on. I'll put again in the chat box. It's amandapandateacher.com. And it's just a $10 course. So it is 5 learning videos and a live workshop where I teach you how to make boom cards and answer questions. You have 4 different workshop times. You get to pick the time, whatever is convenient for you. You're not set in a set day. I have 4 of them coming up in the next month, and I'd love to teach you in Boom Learning Kindergarten. Hey, thanks for coming live, friends. Have a great day. Happy Tuesday to you. I will see you live again on Friday. So have a great couple days. See you soon. Bye, friends.